Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel and thank you for clicking on this video. Today I'm going to be giving you guys some tips to keep you hydrated, tips that will help keep you hydrated. Drinking water can be a chore, and every day we realize that our amount of water intake reduces by the day. It's not because just sipping down water can be difficult, it's just because of the lifestyle we live or the fact that we don't have water when we want to drink it. So these ways have helped me throughout the years, trying to live a healthy lifestyle to increase my water intake daily. And so yeah, so tip number one, for those of us who want to increase our water intake or are trying to live a healthy lifestyle, and there is no healthy lifestyle without drinking water, so it is very important. So tip number one is start your day with a glass of water, a glass or two. For me, I start my day with a glass of water. It could be lemon water, it could be chia seed water, because that way I start. We have been sleeping for 8 hours. We have starved ourselves for from water, and we wake up, we have breakfast, and then we have juice or a coffee. And when we have coffee, we just have a little amount of coffee and we don't really think about drinking water. So when you get up and the first thing that you do is to get a glass of water, then you already have a one step ahead to increase the amount of intake, your amount of water that you're going to take for the day. So that helps me a lot. I take sometimes what is this, lemon water or chia seed water, and recently my doctor advised me to take it with psyllium husk water. Psyllium husk is mostly associated with gluten-free baking or people who are doing keto dieting and things like that. But I was so surprised when I during my last checkup, my doctor just offered me. I talked to my doctor and she offered me a small packet of psyllium husk. She said, put it in your water, 2 tablespoons in your water, and it doesn't only help to keep you hydrated, or it doesn't only help to increase your intake, but it also helps to bulk up your stool. It is a very, very good dietary fiber. So if you're constipated, or you realize that you don't go as often as necessary, that will also help. You take in water and at the same time you take in a lot of dietary fiber. You can try it, believe me, it works. Chia seed, lemon water, or psyllium husk water, or just plain water if you want. That way you already have a start of the day, and then you can go ahead and have your cup of coffee or your breakfast or whatever you want to take for that morning. And tip number two is take water with you everywhere you go. Well, I'm not saying that if you're going to a restaurant, you should take water, because there's water in the restaurant. But if you don't want to buy water, you can as well. For me, when I say everywhere, I mean mostly in the city, because in my free time, what I do most is I go to the city, whether I am shopping or just ice shopping or walking. Leipzig is a beautiful city and there is always something going on, be it in the winter or in the summer. Every time of the year, season of the year, there is always something fun going on in the city. So when I'm free, especially on Saturday afternoon or maybe after school in the evening, I like to go for a walk in the city and having a bottle of water with me, or in the park. We have beautiful, beautiful, beautiful parks here in Leipzig, and it's amazing. I always love to go running in the park, walking in the park, or just sitting on the park, relaxing. It's beautiful. And when I go there, I always take a bottle of water with me. I don't know what kind of activities you do in your free time, but that enables me, because in the park or in the city, there are shops in the city, but when you're thirsty, you can just easily brush the feeling away, because you don't have water with you, and you don't want to go stand, you don't want to go buy, maybe there's no vendor machine around, and getting into the supermarket and standing on that queue just for a bottle of water for 60 cents. It's like, I have done this, has happened to me not once, not twice, and then I had to learn my lesson. I was very thirsty. I was at the train station, because even our train station is a whole shopping center on its own. So I got into Aldi trying to get a bottle of water because I was really thirsty. Mind you, the queue was so long. I stood there for about 3-4 minutes and I lost my patience. I just dropped the bottle of water and left. So I didn't get to drink the water. At that way, my body was already dehydrated. So I'm just saying that if you go out, if I had a bottle of water with me, I would have drunk it. Or, it's not like I had a small bag. I had a big bag that a small bottle of water would have gotten in there, but it was something that I never really thought about. So this was a lesson that I learned, that whenever you're going out anywhere for a walk, shopping, and even when you're shopping also, in the shopping mall, there is no vendor machine, or in the shop, there is no vendor machine. To get water, you must get out to find a vendor machine, or to get into the supermarket just to get water. And I'm not going to stop shopping just to go get water. So these are some of the things that prevent us from drinking water, and we go throughout the day being dehydrated without even knowing. So if you want to improve on our health and keep ourselves dehydrated, please always take with you a bottle of water when you go out for shopping or whatever. Or even sometimes you get into the restaurant, what we order. When I go to the restaurant, I'm not ordering water, I'm ordering beer, with my food. That's what I like. Sometimes wine, but that's not enough. Water is water, So try to take water with you everywhere you go. That's what I have learned, and that helps me a lot. I always have a small bottle of water in my bag. And we carry, some women especially, we carry big bags, and there's usually makeup, brushes, and other things that don't even matter, but we don't have a small bottle of water to help us keep us hydrated. So that is my tip number 2. Tip number 3 is, if you're working in an office, keep a bottle of water on your office table. Most offices have drinking water, but it's usually not in your office room. It's usually in the canteen or at a corner or somewhere. And when you're working on your computer, for example, and you're feeling thirsty, you might just easily brush it away because you don't want to get up and walk up to the drinking water stand to get water or something. So if you have if you had a bottle of water on your table while you work, and you feel thirsty, you just drink it. And sometimes you might just even drink it even without feeling thirsty. And so that would help you increase your water intake for the day, and it keeps your body hydrated. Sometimes our body is crying inside for water, but we just go about our days and we don't even care. We don't even think about drinking water. So just keep a bottle of water on your table. You realize that you'll be drinking water even without being thirsty, and that is a bonus. And we don't always have to drink water when we are thirsty. We should drink water because we need water. Most of our body is made up of water, so why not drink a lot of water? Now, tip number 4 is drink before eating. I have a piece of paper here so I can remind myself. Tip number 4 I have is drink before eating. This has helped me. I was a big girl. I wouldn't say big. I was an overweight girl. And so this is a tip that did not only keep me hydrated, but it also helped to reduce my amount of food that I eat. So before you start eating, drink a glass of water. It does not only it makes you have food. That way you reduce the amount of food you eat. For those of us who are always watching our diet and trying to maintain the youthfulness of who we are and things like that. So drink about a glass of water before you eat. It helps reduce the amount of food you eat, and it keeps you hydrated. And now, because when we eat, this is from my personal experience, and I think that it has helped me. When we eat before we drink water, most of the times we eat and we are already full. And so the amount of water we will drink after meal will be less than the amount of water we would drink before meal. So I rather just guzzle down a glass of a full glass of water than to drink 1/4 glass of water after meal, because we when most of the times when we drink water after meal is just to push down the leftover in our throats, just push it down, and we don't get to drink enough water. So drink enough water, fill up your stomach with water before you start eating. It helps to reduce your food intake, and it helps to increase your water intake. Tip number 5, have a bottle of water with you on your coffee table. Yes. Me, sometimes it sounds weird that why am I having a bottle of water on my coffee table when I can just walk to the kitchen? Maybe it's easy for you to, when you feel thirsty, you can just walk to the kitchen. For me, no. When I'm binging on Netflix, I'm not thinking about drinking water. Sometimes we can binge on weekends or after work, whatever, or after school. I can come home, have dinner, sit. If I don't have, like, maybe it's Friday, or if I'm not going out or something like that. What I'm trying to say is sometimes we sit in front of our TV and binge on series without thinking about drinking water. We only get up when we feel hungry. Or sometimes we are digging in on snacks without a bottle of water by the side. We always think of snacks when we want to watch a movie or we want to watch something on TV without thinking of water. Why don't you? I always have a bottle of water on my coffee table because I can sit for 5 hours. Believe me, binging a whole season of a series on Netflix without 5 hours without water. That is a lot. We just neglect. It's something that we neglect. That's why I said at the beginning that drinking water can be a chore, and I've noticed that when I sit for 5 hours without drinking water, it doesn't help with my health, with my dietary system, and things like that. So when you have a bottle of water with you on your coffee table, just a glance of it, you take it and drink, even when you're not thirsty or something, like, because it's there. So we enable yourself to drink enough water throughout the day. Just because sometimes it's just the same, like we eat something because it's there. So we can as well drink water just because it's there. I'm pointing because that's where my coffee table is. But however, with me, I have my bottle of water right here. And it's always on my coffee table. And when I'm watching TV in my living room where I'm sitting right now, I drink it. Sometimes I don't even feel like I'm thirsty, but just because the water is there, I just grab it and drink it. Just like how we drink beer, we can as well drink water like that. For you, if you, because I don't think about it when the water, I don't see the water. Out of sight is out of mind. I don't think about it. I could go for hours without drinking water. And even if when I feel thirsty, I'm like, who's going to go to the kitchen now to get water, Except if I want to pee and then I go to the bathroom, then I can just walk to the kitchen, But if you have water with you on your coffee table or on your side stool, you can always drink water. Just make water available. That's what I'm trying to say. Make it available, and that enables you to drink it because it's there. And our body always need water. And so my last but not the least tip is have a bottle of water on your bedside cupboard, on your nachttisch. So sometimes we go for 8 hours in the night sleeping without water. And those of us who don't drink water first thing in the morning, we start our day again without water. Some people could go 10 hours without water. I don't know how they do it, and we just feel like we just ignore the fact that our body needs water. So for me, trying to live my healthy lifestyle and trying to preserve my situation, I always have a bottle of water by my bedside cupboard, so that when I wake up in the night and I'm thirsty, I can just drink water. Sometimes when I wake up to go to the bathroom, the water is there. You can have a glass of water, but for me, I can't put a glass of water there at my bedside cupboard because I have not outgrown my childhood sleeping method. I still sleep like a starfish. I turn around, I start with my head in the north and I wake up with my head in the south. So I could just push it over. So what I have is a bottle of water. That way, even if I push it over, it doesn't pour on the floor or whatever. So I always keep a bottle of water there and I drink it throughout the night. And when I wake up, that will also help you, because when you wake up, it's the first thing you see. Before I grab my phone, I mean, these are the things that we do, right? You wake up, the first thing is I'm looking at my bed, like, where is my phone? It's always at my bedside cupboard. Before you grab your phone to start looking at the latest on Instagram or checking emails, um, grab a bottle of water, drink before you start scrolling, and then get up and get about your day. Some people don't have breakfast and they get up, they shower, and they go. You sleep 8 hours, and then before they would even drink water, it would be at noon, you know? By the time they're having lunch, and they are not even drinking a whole glass, they're probably drinking 1/4 because they've had lunch and they're filled up and there's no more space for water. So those are my 6 tips that I have. Number 1, start your day with water. Number 2, take water with you everywhere you go in the city, for shopping. Just have a small bottle of water in your bag. Number 3, keep a bottle of water on your office desk or your office table, so that when you walk in on your computer, you can just easily grab it. It enable yourself to drink a lot of water. Tip number 4, drink water before you eat. That way, it reduces the amount of food you take and it increases the amount of water you take, because after meal, we are so filled up that we will just drink just a quarter of a glass of water because there's no more space for water. And number 5, have a bottle of water on your coffee table. I have mine right here as I'm talking to you, because after this video, I'm going to be thirsty, but I'm not going to rush right away to the kitchen. I'm going to lay back, stretch my back, and start watching Netflix. And then, last but not the least, have a bottle or a glass of water on your bedside cupboard, so that when you feel thirsty at night, you can have water just there. You don't have to get up and walk like a zombie to the kitchen to get water. I mean, like, I'm not going to do that. So just keep a bottle of water there. You feel thirsty and you can just grab it easily to and drink. So these are the ways that have helped me, or that is helping me, to keep myself hydrated. And the one point I want to emphasize on, which has really helped me, the latest point I told you guys, is drinking lemon water, chia seed water, or psyllium husk water. This, I got it from my doctor. I'm not a doctor, but my doctor told me to drink 2 teaspoons of psyllium husk in a glass of water. Just stir it. It's like, even chia seed is like, but whatever it is, to keep the digestion going, to make sure that we wear that crop top in the summer, I'm going to do it. So thank you for watching, and I hope that this video helps you increase the amount of water intake in a day or in your life. Drinking water is key. It helps our health, and it just helps to keep you going. Thank you for watching. Until next time, bye.